here. This is the last interview that I have for the day. I think it'll probably be one of the better ones, but
Honored.
Pumped to finally do this.
Likewise.
For those who don't know you, can you introduce yourself really quick?
Yeah, absolutely. I am Sophie Buonassisi. I'm VP of Marketing at GTMfund. GTMfund is a pre-seed to Series A B2B SaaS
one of our investors.
Venture fund.
Yes.
And we are honored to be invested also.
Yep.
So really excited to be here to have this conversation. And we also have a media extension that we can dive more into called GTMnow.
Yeah.
It's a media extension of
seeing
GTM
that a
Fund.
lot recently. So how involved are you in, I guess, that media arm? Because you guys have been doing some really cool stuff.
Thank you. Much appreciated. So I'm directly involved. So I'm really working. Scott's been doing a fantastic job on media. I'm really working to help elevate our media and kind of take it to the next level as we build kind of more of our brand equity around GTMnow.
Yep.
We originally actually reacquired Sales Hacker, which Max, our GP, once founded and sold to Outreach in 2018. So it's been a really exciting time to take that into the fold, rebrand it, and now bring it to market as GTMnow, which the purpose is really built around, hey, we've got an incredible community of operators.
Probably the best.
Yeah. We're very fortunate.
Yes, that's amazing.
Very fortunate. So we're privileged to really get to share their expertise and really what they're doing behind the scenes as some of the best operators who have been there, done that.
So I've talked with Scott a couple times.
Yeah.
I don't really know him that well, but he's awesome.
Yeah, he is.
His newsletter that he sends out, that I imagine you're probably pretty involved in, is one of the few that I religiously read every week. I think it also probably is somehow tied to when he sends it. It's usually like late on Fridays, which is kind of unusual. Is that intentional by you all?
It is intentional, especially with our audience just being a little bit more executive focused, especially with the insights coming directly from executives. We find Fridays to be a little bit more effective. Of course, everyone's busy Monday to Friday and on weekends between 5 to 9 and 9 to 5s and all the things in between. But it just gives everyone the opportunity to have it there, breaks through the noise a little bit. So
and there's not much competition for Friday kind of late sends too. So
I've been seeing a lot more going out on Sundays.
I have
lately,
noticed that recently.
I've been noticing a lot more newsletters. No, I've seen quite a few going out on Sundays, and I don't know if it's one of two things, whether it's intentional or whether it's when they get to it in the week.
What do you think it is? I think it's intentional.
I think it's intentional. That way it's in their inbox by Monday. We are intentionally sticking with Fridays for now. It's been working really well.
I dig it. So you're 5 months into the new role. What has been maybe the biggest learning or most exciting thing that you've been working on since you joined?
Definitely GTMnow, and just understanding what is most effective for folks in terms of the actual...
Thirsty, so I'm going to keep going.
Yeah, please. But definitely GTMnow, and just understanding what is helpful for all of our operators and the greater community also, go-to-market operators. So what is that unique insight? There's a ton of knowledge within operators, and I think the beautiful thing is so many companies are creating incredible content that are super topical to different go-to-market areas. And really what we want to take is that angle of, that's amazing. How do we elevate that content? But then also how do we take these operators and really extract the behind the scenes?
So I think one of my favorite things about the newsletter is how you are able to really play into really the LPs that you have and their experience and expertise, and it's not just like this fluffy, hey, do this, do that. You're playing from, or really playing into their expertise of people who, I think it's in your messaging, it's like been there, done that before. And it's just, I don't know, it establishes so much more credibility, and it's, I would say, one of the better newsletters I read.
Thank you. That means a lot. We're very honored, and I'll pass that on to Scott also and the whole team.
I need to have him, I'm going to plant the seed right now. I need to have him on the Proof Point, the podcast that we launched at User Evidence. That would be good.
Well, congratulations on the launch. I saw that. Super exciting.
It's been a lot, but it's, I would say, one of the big pillars of our content strategy right now. And just some of the names that we've had on so far has been amazing. Especially for a little company like User Evidence punching above its weight class. So all good there. So one of the questions that I've been asking everyone that we've had on today is kind of related to some new messaging and positioning they're going to be rolling out. When you hear customer evidence, what are the first few things that come to mind?
Feedback loops. Data, feedback loops, qualitative, quantitative, and really interpreting those to improve your roadmap and improve your path forward, essentially.
I love that. Yeah, we've talked, everyone has had a slightly different answer, which I think is the best part of asking a question like that. One of the things that has come up a couple times is trust, and just, tapping into your actual customers because they're more trustworthy than, what vendors say. So how do you recommend, maybe some of the companies that are in your portfolio build trust, through their marketing?
I mean, that's a great and very important question. I'd say a lot of people are leaning into it in so many different ways, whether it's thought leadership and leading with authenticity, all the way through to leaning and tapping into their customers and their networks. And that is a huge one. So across our whole portfolio, we've seen a lot of folks really leaning into that. So using the distribution systems and channels of existing customers to build trust. And we talked about the newsletter. That's one of our distribution channels. But the same thing of, you've got incredible customers. How do you actually tap in, add value, and ultimately kind of borrow their distribution systems to build trust with the greater network?
As much as you're willing to share, what are some of the things that you have planned for GTM? What's the medium again?
GTMnow.
GTMnow. Sorry, I was going to say Sales Hacker, and I was like, it is not Sales Hacker.
No, it's okay. That's where we're born from.
Yeah, what are some of the big things that you're maybe kind of working on right now or might be coming through the end of the year?
Yeah, really leaning into that expert evidence, or expert, now I'm saying evidence, expert
I love
insight.
It. Yes.
We're just trading back and forth.
Yeah.
Expert insight of our operators and more of the unique edge that they have. So again, companies are creating incredible content around go-to-market. We want to always amplify and create content around go-to-market because that's what these operators are experts in, go-to-market. But they also have incredible edge stories and things behind the scenes that you don't necessarily see. And so really surfacing these unknown, untold insights to help everyone level up, whether it's a framework that they've used in the past that they don't necessarily talk about openly, or whether it's one of their recent experiments that they're running and understanding their thought process behind it. Just those behind the scenes operating or even career growth moments that everybody can learn and go.
Yeah, I think the career growth moments mentioned is interesting because you look at a lot of these operators who are massive names in the B2B tech world, and you just, I don't know, kind of put them on this like pedestal of, hey, they've always been like that.
Yeah.
Whereas they've messed up a lot along the way. They've learned, and I think seeing them share their learnings and stuff that maybe hasn't always worked as well as you think that it would. I don't know. It makes them a little bit more relatable
and builds trust.
And builds trust, which is the name of the game in marketing. So
exactly, and that's ultimately what we want to do too. Is educate on go-to-market, but again, there's so many great resources. We are proud and hope to be one of those resources to help serve people, but we can also help build trust through our audience and help kind of elevate the careers of all of our operators too, and elevate everybody else's through that authenticity and those insights.
Love that. All right, well,
love it.
Thank you for coming on. This was great. I don't want to stand between food and drinks and
the storm,
shutting my brain off, and a tornado warning. Yes.
Tornado room.
We got a lot going on right now. Yes. So thank you for coming on. This is great.
And,
thank
you for having me.
So awesome to finally meet.
Likewise. I know. It's so nice. Long time coming. So it's been great too.